Merry meet and welcome. Welcome to the realms of mysticism, the occult, and magic, where your possibilities are only limited by your imagination. Welcome to the witch's cauldron and discover the knowledge you seek. Gather round the cauldron and even stay for a spell. Brightest blessings to you. Merry meet and welcome to the Witch's Cauldron. This is Paula, and I am here with a tarot reading for 2023 for the collective. In other words, for everyone in general. This is not specific to a sign, but these are going to be the overarching themes and thoughts for 2023, the main foundational concerns for 2023. So I am going to pull one oracle card for the overarching themes from the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle by Barbara Moore, and then I will do a tarot spread that is one of my own creation called the Cauldron Spread. And we will go into more detail with the tarot. So the overarching energy is the planet Venus. And most people know that Venus is associated with love, and they think love interest. But she's also affiliated with relationships in general. So that can mean friends, family, co-workers, things of that nature. And we have to remember that she also rules the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is all about, abundance, having enough, about enough money, enough finances, enough food. You get the idea. Things that help support you and your family and keeps a roof over your head, food in your belly, and things of that nature. Okay, so across the bottom of the cauldron spread, we will get into the foundational issues for the collect. So let's get into the actual tarot part of this reading. And across the bottom, we're going to have the foundation, what the issues will be, the overarching issues. Blocks and obstacles will be on the side. Got a new setup here, so I'm trying to figure out angles and what's in frame and what's not in frame, etc., etc. So this is a little challenging right now. So we have the overarching concerns of relationships and material goods. We also have, across the bottom, the King of Swords in the upper right. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, those are all basically in frame. Sorry here, it's kind of challenging right at this minute. So at the foundation of the issues for the collective during 2023, it's about using your intellect, ruling with your head, not your heart. It's about gaining mental clarity. It's the ability to see through the BS and get to the truth. It's also about having the sensibility to take sage advice. In other words, if you're really confused or bamboozled about something, seek sage advice from someone that you trust, someone that you can rely on to give you good advice and not, be self-serving in their answers. And the Four of Swords in reverse. With this one dealing with truth and gaining mental clarity, using your head, not your heart. The Four of Swords in reverse is feeling restless. Everybody is feeling stress. There's going to be a lot of stress about finding out the truth, about finding out any deceptions, relating back, the truth about relationships, the truth about the status of your resources and the material goods that you have at your disposal. It's also feeling like you're isolated, that you're the only one going through this. Just know that the collective is going through that same kind of energy. And it's also about delays. We may think that things, you know, better stuff is just around the corner. Well, better stuff can get delayed by the obstacles and stuff that we're going to look at, okay? With the Queen of Cups in reverse, this is about also, remember, while you're trying to take care of friends, families, nurture relationships, don't forget about yourself. This is a card of self-care and self-love. It doesn't mean that all of your relationships are going to fall apart necessarily during 2023. But this is also, a focus on your inner feelings and being able to logically express them through the collective, right? Being able to get to the truth, to be able to have that clarity, to find out what does make your life more fruitful and gives you joy and feeds you, okay? And I don't mean just feeds you like from a physiological perspective. I'm talking about also feeding your soul. So in here, in the blockages and obstacles, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. We have the Knight of Nine. Lord have mercy, it's been a long day. The Nine of Wands in the upright. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the World in the upright. So in here, in our general blockages and our obstacles, the Two of Swords is feeling like you have the lesser of two evils to choose from. Okay, what do I do? Do I feed my family or do I pay my rent? Do I, cut loose somebody that I've been, with and has been a friend or, a love interest for a long, long time? If you're in kind of like, you don't know where to go. You feel like there is no right choice. So many people are feeling hopeless right now. And over here, the Nine of Wands in the upright. This is someone who's been through the battles. The collective in general has been through the ringer the past 3 years. This is also preparing yourself for the worst and assuming a defensive position. Don't let everybody who is saying, oh, everything's good, da 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 da. No, there are issues that the collective will have to face together, okay? And it's also a test of faith and testing boundaries, okay? But everybody is really weary. But the hopeful part of the Nine of Wands is that this is an energy of resilience, that no matter how much crap gets thrown your way and the truths that are uncovered, you can handle it. You might have to get a little creative to do it, but you can, okay? This is kind of like the last stand. You're worn out, but you're still ready to fight for what you believe in and fight to find the truth. The Ten of Swords in reverse, and this is everybody thinking about, oh, nothing can get any worse. Well, don't challenge the universe because they'll prove you wrong, okay? This is also a card of learning and lessons. And it's also a card of feeling like you're at rock bottom. I think in general, the collective feel like they have been, you know, pooped at and missed and shot at and hit all over. Okay. And it's things coming to an end that need to come to an end. So if things are not supporting you and in your best interest, then you need to end it. It's about getting to the truth, doing things that support you, finding, things kind of like finding your tribe, finding your abundance, finding the relationships and relying on the relationships that feed your soul and are supportive, and not focusing on, just being sitting on the pity pot. Okay. It's fine to sit on the pity pot for a short stint, but, don't sit there and let your butt get stuck to the pity pot. Okay. Over here in the world position, as again, this is challenges and obstacles and blocks. The collective is going through a massive upgrade and a change in like karmic lessons that are to be learned. This is a celebration of life. Okay. Those karmic lessons can be kind of challenging and hurtful to learn, especially if it involves truths that you found out and you've had your foundation shook. Okay. This is you leveling up, the collective needing to level up. Okay. In support of the collective, we have the Five of Pentacles in the upright, and we have the Sun. And while there are worries about finances and worry about losing everything, it's kind of like, all right, remember that, the sun is over here driving what's supporting you. And there are positive energies in play. Okay. This is, we need to celebrate the successes. We need to look out for those and support one another, getting through the hard times. Because anything you do for the greater good of the collective is what is driving everything here. And in the support and the supportive energies, this is, okay, you may suffer financial losses, but don't lose your faith. If you sit in a mindset of luck and not abundance and success, then you're gonna fall down in the pity pot trap. So, and this also ties back down here to some of the foundational issues. Don't beat yourself up. You are not the only one here. This is a collective, okay? Everybody in the collective has a level of fear. A lot of people are feeling very insecure. But the sun, if you have more than what you can use, share. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask. Don't sit out here in the cold, freezing to death, when if you would go inside the church, you're not the outsider, okay? They're not the outsider here. All they would need to do is go inside the church and seek the warmth inside, okay? This is not all ruin for everybody in the collective, okay? Now we have the eventual outcomes. So at the end of 2023, these are going to be the energies that we have built up for. We're going to rely on that sun energy to help us keep a positive outlook, feel vitality and joy and warmth, and celebrate the little things and not focus on the lack, because there are resources that can be a supportive energy if you'll just ask for the help. Okay, so the eventual outcome, we have the Magician in reverse. There are energies at play that will be trying to manipulate, but it's also tapping into untapped talents. Um, there's going to be a lot of, let me see, there's been a lot of poor planning. There's been a whole lot of stuff like that going on. We also have the Knight of Wands in the upright. So we'll be going into 2024 with that spark, that energy, that fire energy to create a new narrative. Okay, that's a need for action, but one of the cautions that is attached to the Knight of Wands is not to do anything impulsive. You got to go back here to the King of Swords. If you go from a mindset of logic and seeking the truth, then that Knight of Wands will be, that impulsiveness will be reined in. But the passion, the drive, inspired action will still be in play. We also have the Page of Pentacles. And this is, there can be difficulty in communication. This is learning from failures. Look at the mistakes, okay? What are we as a collective meant to learn from the mistakes and the obstacles and everything that were thrown our way during 2023? Okay. This is a cautionary tale in general for the collective. Don't focus on the failure. Don't focus on casting blame. I used to have thing that I used to tell folks in my former career, that unless you come to me with a solution, I don't want to hear about your problems. So remember that when, and sitting on the pity pot that was created down here, don't forget that you may have to get creative. You may have to ask for help. Don't be afraid to take the help. In general, the collective will move forward. And going into 2024, things are going to start to shift. But at the very beginning of 2024, it's going to seem a little slow. That Knight of Wands is going to want to act. You just got to remember, don't be impulsive. And there may be some impulsive decisions made by, governments and things of that nature. So prepare. Here's the energy and the outcome coming into 2024. We have to focus on manifesting a better outcome for humanity in general, because the Magician is untapped potential. We all need to tap into our potential and to be able to overcome the obstacles, to tap into those supportive energies, and to realize that the outcomes at the end of the year, while we may not have made great progress as a collective in 2023, we're still going to have a lot of the same issues going on. They're going to start to resolve because the truths are going to start coming out. We're going to start tearing away all the junk, right? Tap into supporting each other. Tap into positive energies and tap into the positive nature of these cards and not focus on the negative. If we give the negative, then these negative it'll be a negative outcome for everyone. But if we all work together on the issues, then we can see significant change. Now, for the collective in general, what do we have? Final words from the universe. Don't be greedy. Upheaval, Five of Swords in the upright, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Failing to pay attention to the details, failing to find the truth, lacking motivation, conflict, upheaval, chaos, sneaky, theft, abusive relationships. Got to let that stuff go. The High Priestess in reverse. This is a focus on the secrets and the harm that the secrets have done. Find the hidden agendas. Find the sneaky bastards that are doing all this shady, shady stuff. Find the greed and the misdirections. The old, let me do something over here so you can forget about what I did over here. My kids used to do that to me. They would say, I would start grapping on them about something, and they're like, oh yeah, well, so-and-so did this to try and misdirect the butt chewing that they were getting from me to, put it on their sibling and try to misdirect my attention. Don't fall for any misdirections during the collective. Remember, it's all about getting to the truth. The truth's coming out. People trying to block and keep the truths and keep things secret and hidden, being greedy and manipulative in their actions, this junk will come out and the shady shit will fall to the side, because you know what? We have Venus looking out for us, right? We have the goddess of love and abundance looking out for our collective. She is going to bring out the truth, make us see what's important. Is it really important that you buy, a $100,000 car? Or is it more important for you to spend quality time with your friends and family and your loved ones, and to focus on the collective? How can we solve the problems and not just sit around and bitch and gripe? Okay? We need to approach things in a logical manner. So, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I will have readings out for the various zodiac signs in the next couple of days for the month of January. I am running a huge behind. We had some issues over the holidays with emergency surgery for my grandson and everything like that. So, my focus has been elsewhere. And with that, my friends, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and consider becoming a member of the Cauldron Coven here on YouTube. As I always say, my friends, merry we did meet, merry we will part until we merry meet again. Be well and walk in love and light, everybody. Bye.